Okay, I know this title might hit a little close to home, maybe even feel a bit uncomfortable. But what if I told you that feeling that you have no friends has absolutely nothing to do with you being broken and everything to do with how you're wired? Let's get into it.
It all starts with this, doesn't it? The zero friends feeling. It's that sense of being on the outside looking in, wondering how connecting with people seems so effortless for everyone else, but for you, it just feels exhausting. It's a really heavy feeling to carry around. And of course, that heavy feeling leads you right here, to this question. It's the kind of thing you might ask yourself late at night, and it can just chip away at your confidence. Because the question itself assumes something is wrong with you, right? That you're somehow failing at being human. But listen, I really want you to let this sink in. The latest from psychology is pretty clear. If you feel this way, you are not broken, you are not flawed. There's actually a pretty fascinating and powerful reason you experience the world this way. It all comes down to the unique wiring of your brain. And no, we're not talking about personality flaws or some kind of social failure here. We're talking about straight-up neurology. Your brain might just be operating on a completely different frequency.
And this is the most crucial part to understand. This is not a skills problem. You might be the most charming, funny, and interesting person in the room. The issue isn't your ability to socialize, it's the insane amount of energy your brain burns through when you do.
And there's a name for it. High social sensitivity. It's a trait, not a disorder. All it means is that your nervous system is basically on high def all the time. It's processing more information, more nuance, more stimulation in every single conversation. And all that extra processing, well, it comes at a cost.
You know, the best way to picture this is to think of a social battery. Everybody has one, right? But not all batteries are built the same. For some people, that battery can last for days. But for others, it feels like it can drain in like 10 minutes.
This chart makes it so clear. A typical nervous system, it uses a pretty low amount of energy in social settings and it bounces back fast. But a highly sensitive nervous system, whoa, it burns through energy at a super high rate. And you guessed it, it needs way more time to recharge. So that's the bottom line. What feels like a totally casual, breezy chat to someone else can feel like running a full-on marathon for a person with high social sensitivity. It's just a much more intense event for your brain.
Okay, so if socializing is that draining, what's the answer? Well, this is where we need to totally flip the script on what it means to be alone. We need to stop seeing it as a problem and start seeing it for what it is, a genuine strength.
And this quote it nails it. It's not about avoiding people. It's about avoiding meaningless, draining interactions. People with this trait aren't antisocial. They're more like anti-superficial. They're busy doing something way more important, building a rich, complex world inside their own head. And just look at what that solitude gives you. These are not weaknesses. Preferring deep connections, having a rich inner life, valuing meaning, these are profound strengths. Needing alone time isn't a bug in your system. It's the very feature that allows all these incredible qualities to exist. So what do we do with all this? It really starts with just embracing the way you're built, instead of constantly trying to fight against it. Seriously, if you take away one thing today, please let it be this. That guilt you feel for needing to be alone, for saying no to that party, for leaving early, just let it go. You're not being rude. You're not being selfish. Because solitude isn't a sign you've failed. It's a biological need. It's the same as plugging in your phone when it hits 1%. It's not a choice. It's how you keep yourself running. So I want to leave you with this final thought. Instead of asking yourself, why do I have no friends? I want you to start asking a totally different question. If all this time you spend alone is your brain's essential recharge time, what amazing things, what creativity, what insights, what superpowers